What's up, you guys? It's Jensen here. I am so excited for today's video. I feel like I get a ton of questions about this topic just on my Instagram or sometimes on YouTube if we ever cover it, on the podcast sometimes, and it's all things just health and fitness. So I wouldn't say that I'm like this health guru or a fitness instructor because I'm neither of those things, but I feel like I found things that have worked for me that I feel like I can share with you guys. So what I'm going to be doing today is I asked all my followers on Instagram just what questions or tips they would like to ask me for, or wow, I asked my followers on Instagram any questions they had about like my health and fitness journey, any things that I do, just literally any questions they could ask. I had them ask, and I'm going to answer them on the YouTube channel today. And I'm excited. I don't know. I think this is something that I'm super passionate about because I really do love like taking care of my body. I just feel like you have to take care of your body. You only get one body on this life if we're going deep, but it's true. So you want to treat it really well. And I feel like I just find passion in that because, I don't know, I just want to live a really happy, long, happy life because I don't know, I want to be a grandma someday that's like kicking it. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. And yeah, that's literally all I got. I think I should just get into the questions. How often do you eat Built Bars? So, you guys, you know we've talked about Built Bars. We freaking love Built Bars. They are so good for you. And I eat a Built Bar every day. So, a lot of people I've been seeing in the comments have asked if it's like a meal replacement. I wouldn't say it's a meal replacement. I would just say it's like a good snack to have. A really good like post-workout snack or in the morning before you go to work out. It's a quick snack you can eat before you work out. But yeah, I usually have one a day. These have, this one particular, they kind of vary, but this one particularly has 17 grams of protein, which is so awesome for what I'm doing right now. Just before my trip, like I just need protein, and this is such a good amount, and not a little bar, but it's pretty little for 17 grams of protein. It's freaking awesome. And this is my favorite flavor. It's the raspberry cheesecake. It's so freaking good. You guys know that we love Built Bar, and I know a lot of you are like, oh my gosh, you guys talk about Built Bar so much, but we seriously love it, and we are so grateful to have them sponsor our videos. But you guys, all in all, these taste so freaking good. These are the best protein bars I've tasted. I feel like sometimes you can get like chalky consistency with other protein bars or snacks. These are not chalky at all. They have such good consistency. They're not, and they're like chewy, which is good. They're not like styrofoamy, you know what I'm talking about, with some other protein bars. So these are so freaking good. You guys need to try out Built. I would suggest getting the mixed box just to see what flavors you like, and then you can order a flavor of your choice, whatever you like. And another tip, I know we've said this before, but keep it in the fridge. It's so good when it has like, when it's cold, it just makes it a little bit chewier. But you guys, we freaking love Built Bars, and you guys will too. I love seeing in the comments that you guys have tried them and love them. That just makes me so happy. But I'm not gonna eat this right now because I already had one this morning. So there's that, but I just wanted to show you because I got a question about it. And yeah, if you guys wanna check out Built Bar, we have a link in our bio, or not in our bio, wow, thinking of Instagram, a link in our description, and we have a code, so go use that, try out a mix box, let us know what you think, and yeah. Okay, do you track your calories? So, not usually, no. I feel like sometimes when I track my calories, I can get like too obsessive about it, and it kind of like, I don't know. I don't love doing that consistently. But I actually, so I'm going to Hawaii on Sunday in a couple of days, and I've been like so-called dieting for the trip. So the last 2 weeks I've been counting my calories, just because, I don't know, I just want to look good in my little bikini. Not for any other reason but for myself. But so what I've been doing is just doing 1,500 calories a day, and this is all, I just want to put out there that I am not a nutritionist. I am not a health guide. So what works for me might not work for you, but I am working with somebody on my nutrition right now. So I am being supervised, and he is really helping me with food choices and everything so that I'm hitting my 1,500 calories. And he believes that it's safe for me to do that right now. So before I have some of you guys be like, oh, that's so low, or oh, that's so high, it's a number that I have worked with a nutritionist on to hit my goals. So I'm going to give you kind of the stuff that I've been doing, and this might not work for you. So I don't know, reach out to a nutritionist or a healthcare. I just want to make it clear that things that work for me might not work for you and might not be safe for you. So I would really suggest going to see a nutritionist or somebody so you can really, I don't know, see what's attainable for you and your goals. So, wow, I just went on a whole tangent. I'm so sorry. But what I'm doing right now is 1,500 calories a day. I'm really focusing on like vegetables, fat, and protein. I'm trying to lower my carbs because I'm just trying to like lean out a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've just been like trying to look at foods and just see if they have a lower carb number on them. Am I making sense? I think I am. I don't know. But what I'm focusing on right now is hitting 1,500 calories a day. And that's really important. Like, he really wants me to hit that number, because if I'm eating less, it won't be good for me. And if I'm eating more, I won't see those changes in my body. But he really wants me to hit 1,500 calories a day. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is not normal. Like, once I get home from, or even on my trip, or once I get home from my trip, I'm not even gonna care about my calories. I'm just gonna, I don't know, keep doing what I usually do, which is just eat pretty clean. Like, I mean, I have my days where I make mac and cheese and eat cereal, and which is not bad at all. Like, food is fuel. That is something that I learned, because sometimes you can look at food and be like, oh, is this a good food or a bad food? And I just feel like I can't look at it as that way. I have to be like, food is fuel. So what's gonna give me energy? What's gonna make me feel good? What's gonna make me, I don't know, be able to last a day of all my activities that I do? So that's what I really like to look towards. But wow. So do I count calories? Simple answer is, right now, for these 2 weeks that I'm getting ready for my trip, I've been doing 1,500 calories a day, but I don't do that normally. Wow, sorry guys, that was a whole thing. Okay, next question is, how do you keep consistent with your exercise? So this is a really good question, and I've had people be like, Jensen, like, how do you keep up your exercise routine? How are you so consistent with it? And honestly, I've just made it a part of my day that I go and work out. Like, so for example, I wake up, I go either to Burn, or I've been going to Pilates, and then whether it's at like 9:30, 10 a.m., whatever, the first thing I want to do when I wake up is work out. And I just make sure I do that, because when I don't work out, I don't feel good. And not that I'm like, I'm mad at myself for not working out. It's more that like my energy is way lower than it is when I would do like an awesome workout that day. So I would just say, the biggest tip I would say is to like plan out your week or your day if you don't like to go that far ahead, and just put it on your schedule and literally be like, as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna go for a walk, or as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna go to my workout class, or just put it in your daily routine, and I promise you, you will feel so good. Like, nothing is better. I don't know, like, I literally love working out, because I just know that it's like so good for my body, like not looking body, but just like so good for my body, and it just makes me feel good. Like, I just am happier, like a 10 times happier. Like, I can tell on a day that I don't work out, I just feel like I'm like in a slump, but as soon as I work out, I just am like so happy. So that's why, I guess in short, that's how I stay consistent is because I just know how good it is for myself and my body and everything. Next question. Why did you recently start Pilates? Okay, so started Pilates. So I did Pilates consistently while I was in high school and like after high school. I really, really loved it. It wasn't until me and Topher first got married that I started doing burn. And I would just go do burn, and it was super fun for me because it was like high intensity, and I just felt like I got a really good workout in. Sometimes with Pilates, I just felt like I would go there and I'd leave being like, oh, I wish I would have like worked harder or sweat more or whatever. So that's why I kind of stopped going to Pilates, because I just felt like at burn I was getting such a good workout. And yeah, so I did burn consistently. I freaking love burn. I love going the camps, going with my friends. It's a lot of people. You just have so much fun while working out, which is great. But I started noticing just like my body was hurting a little bit. Like, I know I'm getting older, but I'm still only like, I mean, I'll be 24 next month. It's not that old. But I just felt like I would like hurt. Like my knee would be bothering, or my back. My biggest thing was my back. Like I just felt like after a leg day or whatever, the next day my back would be so stinking sore. And I know it's good to be sore sometimes because that means like you have worked out that muscle really well. But it was like almost like it was hurting me. So when I was going to burn, I had to like modify things because my back was hurting. So I was just thinking, I'm like, when did my body feel the best? And my body felt the best when I was doing Pilates. So I was like, oh, maybe I should start going to Pilates again. And I started this month. I started the beginning of September, and it seriously has been so awesome. But I've been doing Pilates and burn because I do like the fact that I go to burn and I get my booty kicked and I like sweat a ton, but then I can go to Pilates and stretch out those muscles that I just worked. So I really love Pilates right now. Like it's been so fun to have like a change, because sometimes too you could be in the same like workout regimen or going to the same class and you're just getting sick of it, so you just need like a little change. So it's been fun to do both burn and Pilates. I feel like I'm getting like a good mixture of like stretching and recovering my body, but also like working out hard and sweating and like, I don't know, building muscle, I guess. So it's been really awesome for me. I've been loving it. And the guy that teaches our Pilates class, he's really knowledgeable, and he's been helping me with my nutrition, like I said, and he's awesome. So it's been really fun. I really like it. If you have a Pilates class like around you, I would suggest trying it out. It's weird because you go there and you're not like sweating profusely, but you're working muscles that you have never worked before, and I just think that's so awesome. Like it's like hard, which it doesn't look hard, but it's hard. But so yeah, I've been loving Pilates. My body feels so good. Like I don't hurt anymore, which is awesome, which is crazy. It's only been like almost a month since I've been doing it, and I can already tell a difference. So that's been awesome. Okay, next question, tips for bloating. So I don't know. This is something that I've learned, but it's so hard because women, we bloat, and it's so freaking annoying because it's like it can deal with our cycles, it can deal with something we ate, but bloating is hard. Bloating is the worst because sometimes you can't control it, but you just kind of have to figure out what might be causing it. So a big thing, his name's James, my Pilates instructor, is having me do right now is drinking lots of water for bloating, because bloating is excess water in the body. Ooh, don't quote me on that. I think that's what it is. So when you drink a ton of water, it flushes that out. Like when I say I have to pee all the time, I have to pee all the time, but it's because I'm drinking so much water. And I really have been noticing a big difference just with drinking more water. I'm trying to hit like 120 ounces a day, which is like, let's see, where's my water bottle? Okay, so here's my water bottle. This is the famous Stanley cup. If you get your hands on one of these, you're lucky. Just kidding. But, so this is 40 ounces. So I try to drink 3 of these a day, which it seems like a lot of water, but if you're doing it consistently throughout the day, it doesn't seem as much. Like right now. But yeah. So with bloating, I've recently felt like with drinking lots of water, it's reduced my bloating a ton. Because when you're drinking lots of water, you're flushing everything out by having to pee so much. So it's like getting rid of extra water weight and toxins and everything. So there's a tip. When I was doing intermittent fasting, I felt like that helped a ton too, just because I didn't eat, or I stopped eating at 7 p.m. and then I didn't eat till 11 a.m. So I just felt like when I woke up that morning, I didn't have like my food in my stomach. I could feel like it already digested. So that's another tip. And sometimes just like getting over the fact that you can be bloated, because it's kind of inevitable being a woman. Like sometimes around our cycles, if we're ovulating or if we're on our period, sometimes we're just more bloated. And so I feel like you should just have a little bit of grace with your body and be like, okay, I'll be bloated for a couple days and then this will go away. But I'd say a huge tip is drink water. And I remember hearing people say like drink water, and I'd be like, nah, but really drink water. So there's my tip. Are you still doing intermittent fasting? So no, I'm not. I really liked it though. So sometimes when I think about it or I get asked about it, I'm like, I really liked doing that. Maybe I should start it again. But I don't know. I have a hard time like sticking to something for a really long time. I get kind of like bored of it, so I need to like switch it up. But if you've been thinking about it, I mean, it was really great. Like I really liked it, and it worked out really well with like my schedule and everything. So if you've been thinking about it, maybe try it, but I would look into it first and see if it's something that's right for you. But I'm just not doing it right now anymore. Do you ever deprive yourself or having a junk meal, or do you just let yourself have it when you want it? Really good question. So I just let myself have it. Like, because if I don't have it, then I will just like obsess about it all night long until I do have it. And usually when I do have it, I like binge on it, where I like eat a lot of it instead of just having like a taste or a plate of it, if that makes sense. I just feel like depriving yourself, that's so miserable. Like you should never deprive yourself from something. Like if you're working towards something, like right now where I'm working towards a goal of eating clean for 2 weeks, I'll try and just stay like really good on that. But like the other day, for example, I made a pumpkin roll from Trader Joe's and it was bomb. If you're craving a sweet or a treat, I would just say to have it, because it's not going to change. One little treat or one plate of whatever you like to eat or a little craving, it's not going to hurt you. It's if you're having it consistently like way too much. So that's my little 2 cents on that, because I just am like, oh, if I want a piece of chocolate, I'll just eat a piece of chocolate. It's not going to like change anything drastically. But if you're like not eating chocolate and then you eat so much chocolate, that's where it's going to like harm you, if that makes sense. Maybe? I don't know. Let me know. Okay. Did you ever feel pressured to change your physical appearance for dance? So no. Like I think when I was growing up, I didn't even, which I'm so grateful, I never had like body image issues or felt like I needed to have like leaner legs or a tighter or like a 6-pack. Like I never felt like that growing up. But I will say it's harder when you're a grown-up and your body changes. Like I sometimes will like see people at the gym and be like, oh my gosh, I wish I had their legs. Because as you guys know, I love my legs, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish they weren't so muscular. Like I wish I had leaner legs. But when in reality, my body type, I'm just very muscular. And if I had lean legs on my body, it would look really weird. So when I sit back and think, I'm like, no, like I love my legs. But sometimes if I see somebody with like skinny, lean legs, I'm always like, oh, I wish I had those legs. But don't let it get to me, because I can't change it, you know? Like I could work out really hard, but my body type is muscular. So I'm always going to have muscular features, which is great, because I feel like I like that look. Like I love looking strong and healthy. So, okay. How often do you exercise? What do you do? So I try to work out 6 days a week. And that's just because I love doing it. It's not because I'm like, I need to hit 6 days because blah, 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 blah. I just, like I said earlier, like it just makes me feel good. So I try to do 6 days a week, but honestly, I've been like really listening to my body lately. Like if my alarm goes off and I'm just like, oh, I am exhausted. Like I don't think I'm going to have the energy to even like get out of the door today, I won't go and work out. And I just feel like you need to like listen to your body, and if you feel like, oh, I feel good today, let's go do a workout, or if you're feeling low energy or just tired, don't worry about going to work out because you won't have a good workout. That's the thing. I'm like, if I'm not feeling it, if I have low energy and I go work out, I always don't have a good workout, and then I just feel blech. So listen to your body, and just like see how you feel. If you have good energy, then go work out. Okay, this is really cool. So I know growing up you weren't allowed to weigh yourself or have weight goals. Do you still do that? So yeah, I don't know if you guys know. I feel like I talked about it on the podcast. I don't know about on YouTube, but so growing up, we weren't allowed to weigh ourselves. So my dad didn't let us have a scale in the house. I remember one time we were in like Las Vegas or something, and the hotel had a scale, and me and my sister started weighing ourselves, and we were like, I weigh so much. My dad got so mad, he grabbed the scale, threw it out the door, like into the hallway, and was like, you guys are not allowed to weigh yourself. And honestly, I am so glad he did that, because I think weight is very tricky. I am so grateful my dad did that, because honestly, I feel like that would have been really hard to, I don't know, grow up and like weigh myself. Like, cause I just feel like sometimes it's so hard. I just don't feel like you should gauge your fitness level, your fitness on your number on the scale. Like, I think you should base it on how you feel, how you look. I think a really great alternative to weighing yourself is progress pictures, because you're actually seeing what's changing. Like, I really do think progress pictures are awesome, even though they suck to take sometimes, where you're like, I look so bad. But it's better than, I don't know. I just feel like you see progress more than like a weight, because sometimes too, our weight fluctuates as being a girl. Like, your weight just fluctuates. Sometimes you're like have more water weight or whatever, and that's just as annoying, because if you're using your weight as your like measure of success with your fitness goals, sometimes it'll be off. So I would really suggest taking progress pictures, and yeah, just measure your fitness goals off of your progress pictures and see what's changed, what has not changed. And yeah. Okay, how did you become so confident in and out of the gym? Love you. Love you. I would say like, that's a hard question, because there was one point when I was like going to the gym, like not like a class, but like going to the gym, and I felt so insecure about it. And I feel like a tip would be like, go to like a group class or something, because sometimes I felt like I was insecure because I felt like when I was doing it by myself, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, ooh, maybe people are looking at me thinking I'm doing this wrong. But if you go to a class where you have an instructor that tells you exactly what to do, it kind of takes the pressure off in that way. So maybe try going to a little, like a fitness class, a group class. That's why I love Burns so much, because there's like 30 of us in a class. You have the trainer telling you exactly what you do, and it's just fun. And also too, maybe try going somewhere with your friends. Like, nothing is more fun than like working out with your friends, and if you have your friends, you don't feel as insecure. So maybe try those things. But the question was healthy replacements for sweet cravings. So I don't remember who told me this, but a quick little like get rid of your sweet cravings. You take a spoon of peanut butter, and then you put chocolate chips on the peanut butter, and then you eat that. And if you don't like peanut butter, I'm sorry, because a lot of it is just like the peanut butter is such a good taste, then you put the chocolate on it, and those two together are just really good. So that's a little quick little fix. Or another good one, I haven't done this in a while, but you take grapes, like red grapes or whatever grapes you like, and you put them in the freezer, and they like freeze up, and they're little like treats, and then they're kind of like a frozen slushy treat, if that makes sense. That's really good. Oh, also popsicles. Popsicles are really good too, because they're low calorie, and you don't just eat it and it's gone. It takes longer to eat, and they're really good, and they have yummy flavors. So those are my snacks. But you guys, I think that's all I got. Those are all the tips I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, what works for me might not work for you, but you can try some of these things out and see how you feel, or how you, if you feel like your body's changing, whatever. But thanks for listening. And thanks to all my Instagram peeps that watch this for sending in questions, because I wouldn't have a video without it. But guys, don't forget to go to our description and use our link if you want to order a Built Bar. But yeah, that's all I got. So thanks for listening, you guys. Bye.